Hello my wise people, this is Libra April psychic reading. I hope you're all enjoying the beautiful weather if you're in the UK, and if you don't have beautiful weather, I really hope and pray that you will get some soon, because it makes such a huge difference when the sun is out and shining. Reading's a bit late this month because I had my Easter, the Orthodox Easter. Those who know me also know it's not so much about religion, it's actually about keeping the tradition, which I feel is important, especially if you have children, to give them some values and beautiful principles to go by in life. Of course, not forcing them, just showing them and giving them the choice. Anyway, also Mercury is out of retrograde, which is a massive thing for me anyway. So let's have a look and see what we get about Librans. The crystal card that I pulled for you, Librans, is one of my favorite stones actually. It's called the sapphire, and its keywords are abundance, joy, destiny. No wonder it's one of my favorite. Speaking about its healing properties, it says sapphire works with the pituitary in regulating the glands. It strengthens the eyes, reduces fever, and alleviates blood disorders. It works with the heart and stomach, especially with stress-related diseases. And the divinatory meaning: drawing this card signifies effort will be rewarded. Look for ways in which purpose can be directed towards achieving goals and inviting success. I feel this is more important for Librans than the healing properties. Well, better rephrase that. This is more relevant for Librans at this particular time. It's not to disregard these healing properties. They are absolutely great, and we all still need healing, all of us. But I feel that at this moment in time, the energy of April supports Librans in making changes in their life, and know that their effort will be rewarded, because we know Librans work hard, and sometimes it feels like they are treading water. By the way, I've forgotten to say, for those who don't know, at the end I'm going to ask if there is any specific message for those in love with Libra people. And I meant to say something else. Yeah, do watch if you know your star sign, rising sign, Venus is in Libra. It will apply. Obviously, it won't be completely relevant to everyone, but whatever relates to you, take. If you're cross-watching as well, you never know what important Libra placement you may have. If you come across the reading, then it's meant to happen. Nothing happens by chance. If you know Librans, or you are in love with a Libra, because normally that's who I do the readings for, the people in love with that particular star sign, so they know what's happening with the person they love, get to understand them, and work better on their relationship and love life. Especially love life is such an important aspect for Librans, by the way, in case you're not one, or you're not very accustomed with their personality. The message, the main message for Librans, as I said, is about, it's contained by the crystal card, and is about knowing rewards are coming your way after all the effort you put in. And I know a lot of Libras are working hard towards whatever goal, mainly relationship, but they are hardworking people at work as well. So if you're looking for promotion or something to do with your work, keep at it. You're going to be rewarded in the end. And we do have here in the Gypsy deck this card coupled with the Fortune card. So I do believe you will get perhaps a rise in your pay, or you can win the lottery, or you can get some financial recognition, which I'm happy for you. And also you have an opportunity if you want to apply for loans, mortgages, whatever. I feel is going in the right direction for you, Librans. However, we also have a card that speaks about ill health. And if you are working to heal yourself, whatever it is, whether it's an illness, a disease, an addiction, keep working on it. Obviously, you are going to be rewarded. Have faith, pray, meditate, watch what you're eating, so watch your diet, and most importantly, watch what you feed your system through thinking. So watch your mind and your thoughts. If anything, you need to diet on your thinking. We all have to diet on our thinking, by the way. Also for Librans, an important message, and I feel that this applies to both men and women. Everything I have mentioned so far is talking about jealousy. Sometimes Librans tend to be jealous, or they tend to make their partner jealous. So be careful if you are in love with a Libran, or if you are a Libran with jealousy. Librans are very sensitive people, and they need recognition and attention. So it can happen that they make you jealous if you are in love with a Libran without realizing, or just to get some recognition from you. And there is also another aspect, they just need attention for the recognition purposes, I said. So it's not that they want to make you jealous, is that they actually want some attention. However, at the same time, Librans are faithful people when in a relationship, or all the Librans I know, even if sometimes it comes across as not being that way, they actually are. I'm talking about the relationships they are happy with, the relationships that are working. If the relationship is dead or heading towards the end, has run its course, then of course they will look for love somewhere else, because they do need a partner in their life, and they do need love. They are not the kind of people to live alone. It's not that they can't live alone, they can do very well, but they are not happy being alone, so they want to be in a relationship. So know that Librans are faithful people if they are in the right relationship. If you have issues with that, with your Libran partner, or if you are a Libran and you have that kind of issues, then you're probably not in the right relationship. We will talk about relationship in a minute, actually, because I also pulled a couple of cards as it happened. It's not that for some signs I want to. If you know me as well, you will know that I do what I'm guided to, not what I want or decide beforehand. So I don't even decide which star sign to go for, to do the reading for. So there you go, 2 cards from the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. And one of them says, love yourself first. And this is not about selfishness, which some Libra men can lean towards, by the way. This is a bit of a problem with Libra men. They can become quite selfish and self-centered. So if you know one, or if you are one, it's actually talking about self-respect, because self-respect and self-love in a positive way make you more romantically attractive. So don't be selfish when it comes to love, because otherwise Librans are very generous people anyway, but when it comes to love they can be a bit selfish. But that again is down to their own sensitivity and insecurities at times. And also the other card relating to love life for Librans is the release your ex card. The time has come to clear your energy. So this is not for people who are already in a relationship. This is for people, no, sorry, let me rephrase that again. This is not about the person you're in a relationship with if you are already in a relationship. This is about the one you're not in a relationship with anymore. So release your ex. And if you are single, by the way, it doesn't mean you should give up on your, sorry about that, doesn't mean you should give up on your partners as such, as an individual. Is not a physical thing, it's about the energy. So whatever experience you've been through in your past, it's now time to heal that past relationship and that energy. This also could be what the card relates to or refers to as well. So I'm talking about this card, yeah. It doesn't have, again, to be an illness in the physical body. It can be a wrong or negative energy that lingers from past relationship, and it manifests itself in your life still. So very careful. Now is the time to release. There's been so much going on for everyone. We had new moon in Aries. We have Chiron in Aries now, which is all about healing the self. Very important. I've been banging on about self-healing for a long time now. By the way, I did suffer with migraine for 15 years myself, and all of a sudden before, because I said in other readings, whatever happens up in the sky happens, as above so below happens, and it affects us here on this plane as well. And with me in particular, it starts way earlier than that date and before the new moon in my sign, because I'm an Aries. I decided it's time to do something about this migraine, and because I'm a Reiki practitioner and master, I thought, why do I never think about healing it? I always do healing when I suffer from it at that time, but I never thought about actually getting rid of it completely and healing that migraine. And it crippled me for 15 years, every 3 weeks for 72 hours or so, ongoing, yeah. So I decided that's it, I'm gonna do it. And I also did a Dave piercing, which apparently helps with relieving migraine pain, and I have to say, so far so good. It all worked. Then I realized we have new moon in Aries and Chiron entered Aries. So all about new beginning, healing the past, healing the self. Whatever star sign you are, do it. This is the time. If you didn't get to watch my other readings, watch them. You will hear me saying this all the time, because it's paramount. We cannot really move forward and be happy if we don't heal the past. So back to Librans and those in love with Librans. Librans need to show some self-respect and think about what makes them happy without hurting other people, obviously. And the warning was for Libra men, because they tend to be a bit selfish and self-centered. I have to say, sometimes it's a trait for men in general. Not that I'm biased, trust me, I'm not. I have a lot of masculine energy. If anything, I lean towards men more, because I understand and I see their side a lot from watching from the outside, not being in the situation. It's easier for me than it is obviously for someone who's in the thick of it. So Librans also heal, release your ex, heal past relationships. Very important if you want to move forward and be happy. It doesn't matter who you're going to move forward with, you can't unless you heal that past. For other sets of Librans, money situation will be healed. If you had problems in your relationships due to misunderstandings and jealousy with your partner, that can also be healed. Or divorces, if you divorced, that can be healed as well. And whatever lack of faithfulness and loyalty you might have experienced in your love life, that can also be healed. So everything can go right for Librans now if they put in the energy and the intention of healing their life. You've worked hard, it's going to be bringing you the outcome that you've been working towards. Again, look for ways in which purpose can be directed towards achieving goals and inviting success. So you also have to believe it's possible, Librans. So heal your mind too. Complete deep healing on every level. Not just for Librans, I said that. It's important for every star sign, every individual, every human being. For some reason we got, again, intimacy. This is the intimacy card. I love it when the cards from different decks just confirm one another. Let's see if we get more clarification. So for Libra men, especially those who felt lonely, who felt unloved, or are a bit younger as well in energy, know that somebody loves you and longs for you and to be with you, but there is some sadness in their heart. Actually, Libra men, you are being wanted by more than one person. For those who've been diagnosed with something, perhaps you want to repeat your tests, as there might have been, or there may be, misunderstandings or contradictions on the treatment. Do not panic. Very important message for those who are worried about their health. Do not panic. The solution is there. You just need the right information. So repeat your tests if there is something that you're not quite sure about, or you feel deep down might not be right. Look for alternative solutions and treatments. You will be supported and you will succeed. I want to see what is the message for those in love with Librans. What do people in love with Librans need to know? What is the message for people in love with a Libra? They need to put their past behind. Release your ex. Again, the cards just confirm one another. You need to leave your past behind in order to find love. If you are in love with a Libran, you need to wait for them to leave their past behind. Just don't drop the bomb on them. If you want to give them that piece of wisdom, plant the seed gently. Because Librans are quite sensitive, but also very stubborn. And also, they have a bit of a problem. They can't make their mind up. They think they're balanced, but they are not. No pun intended, Librans. I love you to pieces. You know that. And I have many important people in my life who are Librans, like close family members. So I know you very well. Not to speak about clients and friends. And Librans aren't actually balanced. They tip one way or the other all the time. So in order for them to find a balance, they need somebody to support that balancing process. So if you are in love with a Libran, you need to support them in balancing and finding the equilibrium in mind and heart. Not to put more pressure. And the problem is with Librans, if they went through a breakup, they still process it. So you need to give them time, which for you may be way too long, but for them is not, for the very reason that I said. They find difficult to find that balance and make their mind up. So they need longer perhaps than others. So give them time to heal the past, because they can't let go of the good times they had. However, if that was really a meant to be relationship, would have not ended, I have to say. Some people may come back together because they have matured. However, if that would be the case, let's see, between exes, there is another person in the Libra's life. So they still need, this person blocks the exes to come back together. So I feel there is a good reason for them not being with their exes anymore, really. Too much interference as well. Life path is different. You need clarification on this. I always say a general reading can be as specific as a general reading can be. You need a clarification on this. Obviously, it's a case of personal reading. I say in the About section that I offer 10 minutes free for you to try if you're a new customer. So decide whether you're happy to go ahead and pay for a full reading or not, so you're not stuck in any way by paying beforehand and ending up unhappy for buying the reading, because my reputation is more important than money. And I will ask about the self-love a little bit as well, if I can get clarification on that aspect. On the self-love aspect is about the mind, is about what you think and the decisions you make. You have to make decisions that bring you joy. Perhaps this will also help you make decisions when it comes to your relationship as well. So Librans, it's very important that you decide on what brings you joy in your life, but not just for you, but for your partner, the one you want to be with, I'm talking about. So if you want to be with somebody and you're not quite sure, and there is an ex involved in your life, or an ex energy that you haven't healed, you have to think about the two parties involved in the present and the future. Both have to be happy with the decision, not just you or just them. I hope that helps and brings some more clarification for you. I'm very happy to see that love life is going to improve for Librans in general, for all of you. I hope this really brings Librans some needed and very sought balance in both mind and heart. And until next time, be loved and be happy.